Hi everyone. We'll be making this cute little puppy decor. So it's a dual engraved stuff. So we'll go ahead and import the image, which we generated using ChatGPT, and it has a resolution of 500 dpi. So the first image, which we'll be working on, we'll just go ahead and, let me go back to the menu. So we'll go ahead and adjust the image and increase the sharpness to 100% so that all the lines are pretty prominent and the details are highlighted. And once this is done, we would go ahead and duplicate the image. So this particular thing is for the second layer, the second round of engraving. So for this, we would go ahead and increase the sharpness to 100%, which is already there since we cloned the image. And then we'll reduce the grayscale at the top level so that we can highlight the brighter areas and then reduce the second side to make things darken. Now, once this is done, align the two images together. And then now we would go ahead and create a trace. The engraving process would be kind of same for both the images. So we would be using Jarvis as our, bitmap mode. And we'll be using the lines per centimeter as 300. And then the power and the speed. So the power could be somewhere around 60%, I guess. That should work. And the speed would be somewhere around 150-ish. Yeah. So this is for both the layers, like the grayscale layer where we adjusted the grayscale values, as well as the layer where we are doing a normal engraving. Both are in Jarvis mode. So now the third thing we'll do is create a trace. Reduce the fuzziness so that you can get more details on the image because the image has a ton of details to it. And once it's done, we apply it and you have all the details available. Now this will just be for scoring because this would enhance the image further, showcasing the detail of this little pup. So we would set it up to around 40% and the speed can be around 80, 70, somewhere around that. Okay. So once this is done, we are ready to process the whole thing. We'll process it by layers so that the first would be the grayscale, the second would be the grayscale where we have darkened the image and reduced the highlights, and the third would be the trace. So that way we would have it in order. So once we start engraving it, yeah, you can see the first layer goes through, the second adds detail to it, and then I start the process of scoring. Sometimes I feel that the details are not enough, so I might run a second round of scoring again, like score as well as the grayscale. And after that, I polish it and sand it off, and it looks like this. So you can see when I bring it close that there are fine details which are engraved into the 3mm wood, and it looks really awesome and detailed. I did add some oil to it so that it looks shiny. Yep, you can try it. Thank you. Okay, I totally forgot. There are a few other things which I'd like to call out. So I tried the grayscale mode as well, but when you look at closely, the grayscale mode takes more time, like almost 10 to 15 minutes. And when you look closely, you will find out that there are no proper demarcation in the image, and the image looks pretty flat. There are no fine lines which are covering any grooves. But when I move to Jarvis, in both the cases, you could see that the wood is being etched off, and I can see a lot more detail coming up. Even the twinkle in the eyes of the puppy are visible, along with the skin and the nails, every other detail. And this also helps you to make space if you are trying to polish this. The surface absorb a lot more oil, and when you try to make it shine, it definitely comes up pretty well. The other thing which I noticed was that when you look up close and zoom into the image, each and every detail. Let me show you here. So each and every detail is visible, and there are fine grooves which have been cut out between the layer of different, parts of the fur, maybe the legs, etc. And you can zoom into and see this thing. Yeah, and the final results look something like this.